Number 9 gives us the situation: Tim's bank contains quarters, dimes, and nickels. He has 3 more dimes than quarters and 6 fewer nickels than quarters. If he has 63 coins, write and solve an equation to find how many quarters Tim has. So we want to underline the fact that he has 3 more dimes than quarters. We also want to underline that he has 6 fewer nickels than quarters. So we're going to start by letting Q equal the number of quarters, because that's what we're trying to find. How many quarters does Tim have? Now we are going to create an expression for the number of dimes he has. And notice here that our hint is telling us we cannot use a new variable. We have to create an expression for the number of dimes Tim has using Q. Well, let's look at the hint from the question. He has 3 more dimes than quarters. So how can we create an expression using Q? Well, 3 more dimes than quarters means the number of dimes he has is the number of quarters he has plus 3. Number of dimes he has is how many quarters he has plus 3. He has 3 more dimes than quarters. Next, we need to create an expression for the number of nickels. You can see here that the question tells us that he has 6 fewer nickels than quarters. Right? So to create an expression, we can say Q, the number of quarters he has, minus 6. 6 fewer nickels than he has quarters. Alright, so now that we have an expression for the number of quarters, the number of nickels, and the number of dimes, all using the same variable Q, we can create our equation, because it tells us that he has 63 coins altogether. So we're going to start with the number of quarters he has, Q. We're going to add that to the number of dimes he has, Q plus 3. And we're going to add that to the number of quarters, nickels he has, Q minus 6. And we know that the number of quarters he has, the number of dimes, and the number of nickels he has is equal to 63. So let's go ahead and solve our equation so that we can put our answer up here on the line. First thing we're going to do is we need to combine like terms. And remember, like terms have the same variable with the same power. So we have Q to the power of 1, Q to the power of 1, and Q to the power of 1. So we can add those 3 Q's together. 3Q plus 3 minus 6 is equal to 63. From here, we can combine the other 2 like terms that are left over, our 3 and our negative 6. So that leaves us with 3Q minus 3 is equal to 63. From here, we want the 3Q, or the term with the variable, to be on one side of the equal sign alone, and we want all the other terms to be on the right side of the equal sign. So we need to move the negative 3. We can do that by adding 3 to both sides. And we're left with 3Q is equal to 66. We need to get the Q all alone, and we do that by dividing by 3 on both sides of the equal sign. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times Q is Q. is equal to 66 divided by 3, which is 22. So Q, which is the number of quarters, is 22. And that's what the question here is asking. Find how many quarters Tim has. So up on the line, we're going to put 22 quarters.